right.
Flinttown, America, the recovery community. What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna give y'all a few minutes. I'm gonna see if y'all gonna tune in for real. I really don't owe no explanation. But I'm doing this, I'm accountable to some people. Let's say some family members and a few other people I respect out there. Just like all the shots y'all shot at me today on social media, I responded back to a few people that I respect. But I ain't tripping. But I still want the truth to be known. And I'm going to leave it alone. A couple more seconds. I feel like this. You can assume something about me, not knowing me, not ever being in my presence, and associate with me with certain things like sell out and you're selling out your daughter. And if you can come at me like that and don't know me at all, then certainly, most certainly you can come on the show. And let me tell you about it. Let me tell you the truth, since you really don't know. All right, y'all, let's get it. Let me address the first thing first. What I'm getting. First of all, my program is not LLC, nor is it 5013C, or whatever that is. You know what I'm talking about, though. It's nan one of them. So he can't give me no money. He can't allot me whatever funds them come from. He can't allot them to me because I don't qualify. And somebody out there, you can bear witness that's the truth. And we don't know underhanded slide me an envelope of money or do it some backdoor way. Ain't none of that going on. The Man Up program is not, once again, it is not LLC, LLC, or 5013C. It ain't nan one of them. So I ain't getting a dime for this. First of all, you got that? The program ain't even qualified for that. Second of all, I've been doing this for years without a dime. I've been doing, whether it was moving strong or it was on his knuckles. No matter where the program at, I was still moving along with it without money. My job bring me into contact with a lot of these people's parents. I'm a drug counselor. I'm a recovery coach by profession. So a lot of the work that I do bring me in contact with a lot of these people's uncles, aunties, daddies, mamas. So I've been doing this for a salary already with the skills and talent to move on and do something else and make more money. But I choose not to because this ain't something I want to do. This is my assignment. This is my life assignment. First of all, many of y'all can't even comprehend that because you ain't on that. You ain't got no life assignment. So what I'm saying to you may be phone. But go talk to somebody who may claim the same thing. This is my assignment. So ain't no selling out for nothing.
That's right.
Nothing.
Let them know. Let them know, bro.
And I do this and I do this well. Life has been good at times and bad at times. Ain't never sold out for a quarter. Because I'm surrounded by people that'll hold me down.
Right.
Why? Because Because they know I ain't no sellout. That's why. Every jam I ever been in, it was the people that love me that held me down. So I ain't built to be no sellout partner. So please, refrain from that. Especially you people out there who ain't spent a moment of time in my presence and don't know nothing about me. The second thing, somebody said this felt kind of disrespectful, but I respect the brother, so I ain't tripping. I wouldn't be in a photo with my abuser's friend. Now let me tell you something, bro. First of all, I knew Neely growing up. We played on the same 6th grade basketball team at Bunch Elementary School. So I ain't just met him. I know him from childhood. And regardless of what and one of y'all think of him, I know the circumstances that surrounded him growing up. I knew the things he was faced with. I knew the stuff he didn't get caught up in because we was in the same area. And many of us got caught up in it. And he didn't. He went on, man, to choose other avenues in life against all odds, just like me and you. Against the same odds me and you face, partner. If you're from anywhere in Flint, in the inner city, and you grew up in the 80s, you faced many odds you had to come over. And that's why I respect that brother, because I seen him do it and became the mayor. It may mean nothing to you, and that's fine. But back up off me, because I respect that. You ain't got to, and ain't nobody asking you to. I'm telling you where I stand. I'm crushing that falsehood you on. Y'all been on today about me. And I don't owe it to you, but like I said, I'm accountable to a few people that I respect. And since this is how bad what y'all been doing to me, it found my daughter's ear.
Playing, bro.
It done found my daughter's ear. She questioned about my motives. Now let me tell you something that'll never happen. This will never happen. First of all, they ain't cut like that. It'll never happen. I never get anything from any man. I don't care who he friends with, who he associate with, that'll make me tell my daughter to drop the charges against this nigga that put his hands on. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me if you think I'm cut like that. He wouldn't even cut me. You know, I'm going to tell you something y'all don't know. Because we talked about this. He wouldn't even play me like that. He wouldn't even come at me like that. Yeah. Yeah, I got some respect like that in places. Well, it's brothers out here who wouldn't come at me like that, and he one of them. Whether you want to think petty and on the surface, and because you ain't got no insight, you don't know what the hell you do. What you doing out here? Tell me that. All the ones who come at me, what you doing? What work you putting in? Whose lives you impact? See, this is what we'd rather do. We'd rather clown and act ignorant and do all this talking and all this beefing and all this knocking this person, knocking that person, right, and ain't get no work done. How can you get work done when you always trying to test somebody down? And people you don't even know, you got a hell of a nerve. A hell of a nerve to not even know me. And come at me like that, man, that's cold. That's cold. That's cold. I ain't got to get this brother nothing. I ain't no punk. He wouldn't say nothing to me about my daughter and that situation unless I initiate it.
Right.
He ain't gonna even talk that talk in my presence. Not because I'm some tough dude, because we got that among us. We got that among us, grown men. Grown men.
Man up, sir.
Unless I mention it, he ain't gonna have nothing to say to me about it. And when I do mention anything like it, you and her, I don't, I didn't even like doing it, but I did it for the sake of a loved one. Because in my heart, I know better. But I asked the brother, so what you and my man Pocket, I ain't gonna question another man about who he associate with. Mm-hmm. I ain't got no problem with that. He don't have no impact on my life. I ain't no kid. I don't tell people I know, look, man, I don't like that person. So now I don't like you. I'm grown. We don't do that. Because I ain't got nothing to do with the circumstance that brought them to into each other's lives. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't know how that happened or nothing. But it ain't going to affect me. And if it ever did, if it ever got disrespectful, I'll handle it. I'll handle it. But it won't. And something else too. I don't even want to go here because I think I'm talking to some people who may not think deep, but I got to give it to the people that love me. Mm-hmm. So it's deeper than what you think. See, I follow the roadmaps that was left by the men who came before us. See, some of you brothers out here trying to create the wheel, recreate the wheel. That's how we know you fake, because it's already been divinely given. Already been divinely given. All we got to do is follow the program. Mm-hmm. So by being on the program, I know how costly it was that Malcolm and Martin Luther King couldn't unite. They had the same petty people around them too.
What?
Since Malcolm talked this way, we ain't gonna deal with him. Mm-hmm. And they got the common enemy and the common goal and couldn't come together because of Negroes like y'all. See, if we was living in them times, y'all would have been the ones out there bickering. I'd have been among the ones who was trying to get them both on the same team, because I understand that. Mm-hmm. I may not have understood it a while back. I understand it clearly today, how important, how bad, damaging that was to our community. How Booker T and W.B. Du Bois couldn't come together. Had Negroes on his side, not liking him, because he took a different stance or said something different, and they never came together. They never came together. They beefed the whole time. W.B. Du Bois and Marcus Garvey, same thing. Because the Negroes on both sides, not liking this dude, not liking that dude. You ain't got to, listen, man, we ain't got to be partners. I ain't got to vote or agree with you for me and you to meet a need in our community. That's crazy. Because some of y'all who do that same complaining, the same place you send your kids to, especially the ones who brag you send them to Flushing schools and Grand Blanc and all this other stuff, you don't go in there and see how many of them teachers, parents or grandparents were slave masters. You ain't even concerned with who they come from, what they got going on. You ain't even concerned with it. Don't even question it. You just automatically think it's better.
Wow.
You don't question them. And some of y'all send your children right up in there. But every time one of us operated across with somebody you may not like politically, because you can't have no problem with them personally, because you probably don't even know him. You don't even know how to separate the two, man. Ain't got to be all in your business for us to meet a need together.
Right.
That's what we supposed to do. But since you ain't on no assignment, you ain't about this work for real, and you don't know what the hell we doing or what we talking about. So you need to stay out of our goddamn business. Because there ain't nothing out here that can make me sell out. I'm going to tell you about a time when it first started. I got an offer from Catholic Charities. It wasn't no life-changing offer. None of it is, though. Really. But it was an offer. And they told me I had to take black out because I'm making it appear racist. I walked away. I'm good. I walked away. I've been in these trenches for a minute. I ain't new to this. Same rep followed me from the streets too. I done went down before. All in the business. I was in the mix like that. Didn't nobody suffer from my arrest. You better bag up off me, man. It ain't nowhere in my history that I'm a sellout. Nowhere. It ain't nowhere in my history, partner. Verified. That ticked me off, man. I couldn't believe that. Cause look, we always just quickly assume the worst about everything we don't understand, man. That's sad. Because you can't do it, don't mean it can't be done. Because you can't conceive it in your mind, don't mean it can't be done. Because you got a soul that sell out, don't mean everybody cut like you.
That's right. Small man.
Everybody ain't cut like you. I'm going to reiterate this. This is my assignment, man. I ain't playing. Ain't nobody playing. And my assignment don't require that I be in your face neither. You ain't got to see me do it. You ain't got to see me do it. And the only thing me and the mayor got going on is that I need access to schools. I couldn't pull it off on my own. And I'm going to tell you, let me say this first. Because why I got to be called to be a sellout? Why I can't be respect? Why I can't be, man, that brother been putting in the work. He ain't changed up yet. Even when he came through the first time. Because me and the mayor done this before now. Some of y'all remember. Matter of fact, we had a Man Up Awards ceremony where we gave him an award. The Man Up Peacekeepers did. When I was trying to get up off the ground, all the events that I threw, he was there. See, this was before all this mess happened. He gave us access to City Hall. And guess what? I wasn't getting a dime then neither. Not one dime. When the Man of Peacekeepers was moving and the mayor was giving us access to buildings, I wasn't getting a dime then. Not one red cent. Because most times, everything be all right. The way we operate, things be okay. But I wasn't getting a dime then. And what we got going on now, I'm trying to get access to a few schools. And since the other day, now I've been in conversation with it. It's about to happen in October. And I want a big major hub that's not a church, but the Haskell Center. I was in there before with the mayor. And the only time I got paid is when I went in there and cleaned the Haskell Center. That's the only time I got any kind of money. Is when I put in some work. And I put in the work so I can have the building ready. So we done been down this road before. And I wasn't getting paid then, and I ain't getting paid now. But that's the access that I got. And I'm going to be a part of Stop the Violence in Flint because the Man Up program is necessary because you ain't going to stop the violence until you change the mindset of the youth anyway.
That's right.
Anyway. So we with that anyway, common interest, and we ain't got to be buddies. And he ain't gonna disrespect me. And he ain't gonna cut into me wrong. And ain't none one of them Negroes gonna do nothing to me wrong. Flat out. And he ain't gonna do it no way because we got that thing that you probably don't even believe exists. That's the sickness. I'll tell you again. Because you can't do it, don't mean it can't be done. Because you can't conceive it, don't mean that somebody ain't making it happen. Keep that stuff to yourself, man. Please don't inflict that on other people. Because everybody you know got to be paid to do something. Everybody you know wants some money from downtown to run their program. Don't mean that that's how we all cut. That's the people you know in your ass. That's you and them. Ain't got nothing to do with us. He gonna use me to crush my child. So who I supposed to be? What I supposed to be? Huh? I'm just gonna volunteer for that. He can just trick me.
About your daughter.
About my child. He gonna trick me. And use me to do damage to mine, man. You got to be kidding me if you think I'm laying like that. You got to be kidding me. And if you another thing, you weak-minded if you think they that bad. If you think they so that cold, you crazy as hell. They ain't that cold.
They the cold one.
It's funny, man.
They the cold one, bro. They the cold ones.
It's funny, man.
Yeah.
Because first of all, most of y'all who was at my head, you didn't heard me mention the Man Up program before. You know I'm the one behind that. Why you ain't never cut it to me about that, though? Why you never had no idea or some suggestion or run it by me or something, man? Never done that. Don't matter what you think. I ain't no sellout. And I'm going to claim this, too. Because God make it happen for me. And that ain't no fairy tale. When he make it happen, they come with cash.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing about me real quick. Just real quick. So if people didn't heard this, I don't know if y'all have, but people didn't heard it. People didn't heard it. Just last year, man, I wasn't working, had no vehicle, just had a house fire. Just had a house fire. Just had a house fire. I'm Brother D. I'm Brother D. When I say God make it happen, let me tell you how I make it happen, partner.
Tell him, bro.
God, the people in my life came to me, got me right back up and driving. Right back. I put 1,000 in on it. They covered the other 2,000. Pastor Clarence Lee, my man. Pastor Clarence Lee. Greg Steve, my man. Why? I ain't no sellout. I ain't no punk. I handle my business. Yeah. Then, keep their name out. A significant partner in my life, person in my life, gave me a place to stay. Not for free, because I'm a grown-ass man. It wasn't for free. I got a break. I got 2 breaks out the deal. But it certainly wasn't for free. I had to make it happen. Not sell out, not go back, not go in bed. I took care of that. Dropped it on me, bam, and guess what God told me? God don't care. That was me. God said, get up, get back to work, put the Man Up program down, get back on your recovery coaching, and I got the rest. Now the whole landscape then changed. Why I share that with you? I ain't trying to brag. I'm just trying to tell you how I'm cut. Ain't no sellout in me. That man can't do nothing to me. And quit putting that mess in my baby's head, please. Because I know you did, because I planted a seed. I planted a lie out there. And you came right back with the same thing the lie planted, the exact same word. And I'm asking you to stay out of head. Because I said, he didn't know that was my daughter on purpose. So you would give it back to me. Let me tell you the first thing he said. He didn't know that was your daughter. He gave you a building. I planted that. To see where my child was coming from, because I know that wasn't her talking to me yesterday. When she doubted me, when she thought I'd let somebody play me against her. I knew it wasn't coming from her. And since I'm strategically thinking, man, I planted it out there so she'd give it back, and then the person would give it back to me. Will you please stop, man? Because ain't nan one of my children. Listen, I ain't talked to my son, but I already know he know. All my children. Do you think that anybody can make me crush you, use me to do something bad to you? Do you believe that? And they all said no. And when my eldest child called me and doubt me, and then I find out it's your ass, man, you rotten to the core. I'm done with you. You know exactly what I'm talking to. I ain't gonna never say another word to you. That's rotten as hell. And like I said, yeah, he knew. How come he don't know? How come he did? I said that to find out who was talking to her, because it wasn't her talking. And I'm going to conclude with this. The moves I make is not with my emotions, not with my feelings. It's divine. Why? Because it's my assignment. I don't care what you do after this. You can say whatever you want to say, do whatever you want to do. Because during this time, I found out what I need to know. That my children know for a surety, can't no man on this earth manipulate me.
That's right.
To crush my children. No matter what move I make, how your emotions tell you it is, I know how to operate. Damn it. And if it was, and like I said, if anything goes south, I'm going to be hell to deal with. Know that. Know that. I ain't going to address it no more, because ain't none of y'all doing, most of y'all who talk that talk, you shouldn't be out here. The only thing, it's sad that the world then opened this up so bad now. Now, people who don't study, people who ain't attached to God, people who ain't found their purpose in this work, got an opinion about everything, man. That's sad, man. That's sad. From up top to down low. Mm-hmm. Look, the greatest white dude in the world since Larry Bird just got drafted this year. He ain't finna be on no political show. He ain't no leader for white America. He just a ball player. He ain't no damn leader. We so rotten and so sick and fell so far back, we done traded Little Baby and all these hip-hop rappers as our leaders. And we thumb our nose at people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Elijah Muhammad. Now we thumb our nose about them. We don't give a damn if our children know about them or not. But we don't give a damn if they walk around the crib cranking Little Baby and all them other rotten-ass people with that rotten-ass message. And people who standing strong don't even respect them. That's why it's easy for you Negroes to talk about fleeing, because you don't know what it takes to do what that brother doing. Black men used to get killed for that. Killed for it. You couldn't even think economic development. They kill you, man. Talking about operating businesses. Why you think all them towns was burnt down? Why you think they torched all the independent communities, man? Because they don't respect economic development. But see, since some of you Negroes don't know that history, soon as it don't do what you think it should do, he's stealing the money. His biggest opposition to putting that store up there is y'all, us, niggas. But I ain't no nigga. That's his biggest opposition right now. It's us. Talking about how bad the city is. Y'all should be down there making show it open. You should be down there like, look, what's up at the grocery store? But y'all down there want to call people names and beef and all that when we got a grocery store over there that y'all won't stand behind the brother because it's easy for you to think he's stealing the money. That's the first thing you come up with. Why? Because you don't know the history. You don't know what they do to people for that, and ain't nothing changed. You think it has, ain't nothing changed. When it comes to that, they don't care because you can march. So what, you march down there and came right back to the same thing? Thinking that's the move. Man, what that brother trying to do at that grocery store, man, can get him killed. But you don't see that aspect. But it's easy to believe that he's stealing, that he's robbing the people, that he ain't no good, like the other part ain't real. When all the history bear witness that it's real. But you niggas don't go to that. First thing you go to, he ain't no good. He's stealing. Why it ain't open yet? You ain't did a damn thing about it, though. You ain't done a damn thing about it.
No support.
But you'll run down there and dog Neely, but you want to help the black community, and you got all this time for all this mess, but you ain't got nothing to say about economic development over here. All you can do is dog the brother, because that's so easy to do. Just like you Negroes who don't know me from a can of paint. Never talk to me in your life. Call me all kind of stuff, because it's easy to do that when it comes to one of us. Easy. Most fathers don't even get respect from their own damn children till they dead. And everybody else, some of these children can know everybody ain't got a daddy. But you had one. He was there with you. Done his damn best. Tried to put something down. And you won't even respect him while you're alive. That's how y'all treat black men. You niggas do. Don't say all that stuff about me. And don't even know. I respect the people that do. Most of y'all, a couple people, I respect because how you carry yourself on here at least. And I responded to y'all too. But just the final response, said what I had to say. It's the truth. Man up ain't even qualified for none of that money. Because I ain't got my stuff on deck like that because I ain't never gave a damn. And remember this, I worked with that brother 5-6 years ago and didn't get a dime. Federal grant seeking Negroes back.
hear you, girl. I hear you.
Had to, man. I didn't want to, but I had to.
Yes, sir.